All right. Hi, my name is Stephanie Icatone Michaels, founder and CEO of the Stephanie Michaels Software Company, located here in Houston, Texas. Today, I'm meeting with the awesome Digital Imaging Group, and I finally have the pleasure of meeting with some of the directors and owners. Could you please state your name and your position and the softwares you use?
Juan Guadiana, Director of Business Development. I don't use any of the software, but he would know more about what softwares he has to buy. Yeah. So,
Ray Burnett. I'm a partner at Digital Imaging Group, and we typically, for any 3D product we produce, we use 3ds Max and Maya.
Okay, awesome. And your rendering engine?
Primarily, it's V-Ray.
V-Ray. Okay. And just to kind of piggyback on what we just discussed, what are your main pain points for your studio?
time,
Time.
time, speed to render, speed to client review, stuff like that, and of course revisions.
Right,
Um,
right.
Yep.
Okay. Mr. Ray?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and then of course, the highly competitive nature of the market right now,
Right, right.
especially with the global marketplace.
Right, overseas and stuff
Right.
like that. Gotcha. All right. So if you had if you could build a software from scratch, or if you could build your dream tool, what would it be?
Uh, well, mine would probably be able to, put in a 3D model into a system that allows it to be configured, changed, and all the different iterations made for the client to be able to pick and choose what renders they want, what backgrounds they want, what finishes they want, all on the fly.
On the fly.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a turnkey thing for them. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Ray?
Rendering in real time.
Rendering in real time. Okay. So you guys are both echoing the exact same, if you could build your own dream tool in-house just for
Mhm.
your company, that's basically what you would make.
Right.
A real-time render. Now, if you don't mind me asking,
Mhm.
I know you guys have probably heard of Unreal Engine, Unity,
Mhm.
maybe even Octane Render.
Mhm.
Um, do you guys use them at all?
Not
really.
really.
Any
No.
reason? Have you tried them?
Yes.
Were they?
Well,
How did you feel about it?
I think with Unity, the issues we had with Unity was that you had to use their platform to render and
Oh.
and output. From what I especially for the
Mhm.
metaverse. Um,
When you say their platform, what do you mean? I'm not familiar with.
yeah. So like you couldn't
You couldn't render it your way.
you can render it your way. You had to use the Unity or the Unreal Engine. I'm sorry, it was Unreal. The
Oh.
Unreal Engine to do all your renderings and everything. So you couldn't put it into from what I mean. At least that's the way I understood it. You couldn't put it into V-Ray or Max. It had to be done through Unity.
Through
And-
Unreal?
Right,
Mhm.
exactly.
Okay.
And then I think didn't it have to be? I guess it also didn't have to be for couldn't it be for a corporation or something? It had to be.
I don't. There were lots.
There was
of
there were
things.
some
A
weird
lot of
things that we
weaknesses.
just didn't want to deal with. We wanted to have the freedom to do it our way.
I see. Okay.
You know.
I see. So, um, mostly you're saying that the rules or the end user license agreements might have been too restrictive,
Yeah. Probably.
and you because if you went to Unreal to begin with, you went for real time
Yeah.
because you heard it was good for real time.
Right.
So why would you want to use V-Ray in a real time engine?
Well, it's because we already had established. So with us, we have clients that have been with us for a long time. So we've been using that system and 3D Max and V-Ray to do all of their stuff for a very long time.
Mhm.
So having to migrate everything, especially all the old models, into a new system would be very time consuming, and
Yeah.
we don't even know if it would react the same way. So we have to be consistent
Right.
with a lot of our customers because they repeat a lot of things or they go backwards of old projects to refer. So that's basically it.
Setup times, basically.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Completely understand. Okay. That answers my question there. What about Octane?
I don't know anything about
Well,
it.
Octane.
We haven't really used Octane.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
So let's go ahead and take a look at Univah Pro, and I'm going to show you in real time some of our videos, screenshots, and the workflow, because that's most importantly what it's about. You can have impressive renderers, but if the workflow is time consuming, like you said,
Mhm.
if it takes 500 years just to set up textures,
Right.
because you're doing nodes, you have to connect this to that,
Yeah.
that setup time is extremely excruciating.
Yeah.
And that's something that Univah Pro completely gets rid of. We have a no node philosophy, so we don't use node graphs. And we're the
Chelsea.
and we're the first real very serious DCC to ditch nodes and go with a parameter based, much easier. Because basically, what we're trying to do is lower the barrier of entry for new users, for beginners, for students, but still powerful enough for pros. And so we've made something that's very easy to learn, very easy. Uh, Give me your first impressions again of the UI.
Oh, it looks pretty simple. Yeah, I mean, easily navigable UI um, compared to some of the other ones I've seen.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not overly complicated.
Right.
When you launch it, you're not overwhelmed.
No.
Perfect. You think about Univah Pro and its direction
Okay.
and what it would require for you guys to add it to your pipeline.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, it really just depends on how it runs, and once it gets more to an
Finished.
finished point, just to kind of see where it is, and what changes have been made, and actually get to test it.
Right.
That would be cool.
What did you like about Univah so far? Did anything impress you? What stood out to you?
I like the real time stuff. Being able to, right now I see it as a tool for doing quick previews at the moment. Well, very quick, high quality previews
Mhm.
to share with clients, or even with internal teams, to kind of see where things are. Because when you're trying to get some information about where things are, when you're working on projects, even if you're just talking to your internal team, it could take, oh, well, that's not ready yet. It's going to be half a day before I see where that is. And if I can just get quick, that would be very cool.
Okay. So Univah can do instantly what traditionally would take maybe a day or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And that would be useful
Well, it
to your
depends
studio.
depending on what it is. Yeah.
Right.
Because
Okay.
we do have a big render farm, so sometimes we can get things very quickly, but it just depends
Yeah.
on what we're looking for.
Okay.
Now with video, it can take a while. It could be 2 days before I see where the next phase of a video is.
Did you like the instant video export?
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool, because whenever we're doing stuff like, we might have working an edit for a client, and they just want to see something very quickly. Instead of waiting half a day or a day for that next preview to come out, you can just do it really quickly, do a screen capture recording, and then send it right over. And that might be 10-15 minutes,
Right.
Versus a day before you get feedback. Of course, we probably wouldn't give it to them in 10-15 minutes. You got to give them. We don't want to we don't want to spoil them so they think they can get everything in 10-15 minutes. But,
And another way too that you could make that work for you in terms of Univah Pro doing things so quickly and your clients not wanting your clients, because of course we all know that, like with Amazon, expedited shipping costs more than waiting 5 to 7 business days. So what I tell companies like yours is, when you have Univah Pro as this really powerful, real time, very fast renderer, you can give your clients options. You can say, hey, we can do the normal wait 5 or 7 days for the render
Mhm.
at this cost,
Right.
or we can do expedited and we can, give it to you tomorrow or in 30 minutes.
Yes.
And then if they want to pay more,
Yeah.
then
Exactly.
And it really is just altering the queue. That's
Right.
what they're paying for.
Yeah.
They're paying for their slot in position.
have you clients required you to use AI? Do they care what you use?
Not really.
Well, I think most of our clients are following what the stock agencies are doing, and that is because of the legalities wrapped up with creative AI. They don't want to take the risk, at least today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's certain companies that are testing it, and we've had customers or that say we tried to do this with this generative AI and it didn't work, so we need you to fix it, which is typically
Ah.
is and that can be for a still or
Mhm.
you know or they might have a concept of something that they do in AI, and they're like, well, but now we really need to build it and make it editable. So here's this wonderful concept that we did in AI, but now you have to really do the work. And we're like,
Yeah.
thanks, But we've done that. We've had that happen before as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, final feelings or thoughts, impressions about Univah Pro.
I think it's some impressive programming. I mean, you know,
Mhm.
that's for sure. Um, I do like the simplicity of it.
Okay.
I'm sure, like I said, our technical guy would probably want to mess with it before he says
Anything.
anything.
Right. Of course. Of course.
He'll go, cool.
Cool. Yeah, give it to me.
Give it to me. Let me see. 'Cause I don't trust anything until I try.
Until you
to
try
break
it, of
it.
course.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, just off the bat, I mean, if I could pull in a model that they did in 3ds Max,
Mhm.
even if I wanted to do it myself, they're busy, and I wanted just to put it in a scene and or have their full scene, and I just wanted to create a couple
Mhm.
shots to show a customer where we're at, or what changes we could make to something. I mean, that's something I might even be able to do.
In Univah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
Good.
least I try.
Right. Yeah. It's
Trying to play with it.
definitely one of our greatest praises that it's a software that you don't have to watch 5, 10, 15 tutorials just to know how to add a light or
Yeah,
change
yeah,
it or change a texture.
yeah.
We've made it so intuitive that adding a light is one click, changing the color one click.
Yeah.
We've put things in such a way that most of what you need is in
Right.
one
It's like
window. Yeah.
you started bare bones.
Hmm.
With those bare bones, you could go, and then you just slowly adding things in that people ask for. And as long as you don't let people ask for too much,
Right.
you're like, wait a minute, we're just building another massive program that isn't simple anymore. So
Mhm.
that's good to have some control over that.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your
No
time.
problem. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.